Mazda has never had a car in this part of the market. Not in Europe, not with 7 seats, and not at this price. The CX-80 is the brand's answer to a question that Volvo, Audi, and BMW have been answering for years. And the way Mazda chose to enter that conversation says more about the company's ambition than any press release could. In Artisan Red with 20-inch black alloy wheels, the CX-80 has a quiet confidence that most 7-seat SUVs struggle to achieve. The proportions are long and low for the segment, but the roofline stays restrained. The front wears Mazda's signature grille treatment, with narrow LED headlights wrapping cleanly into the fenders. And the rear keeps things simple. A light bar connecting the tail lamps with Mazda lettering across the tailgate. Standing next to a Hyundai Santa Fe, the CX-80 is the one that does not need to shout. Inside, Mazda made one decision that separates this car from nearly everything else in the segment. The 12.3-inch center display is not a touchscreen. It is controlled through a rotary dial on the center console, and after a few minutes with it, you understand why. No reaching across the dashboard at 70 miles per hour. No smudged fingerprints. No menus buried behind menus. Climate controls sit below the screen as physical buttons. In a world where every rival has committed fully to touch, Mazda's stubbornness feels less like resistance and more like restraint. The Homura Plus trim adds Nappa leather, heated and ventilated front seats, 3-zone climate, a BOSE 12-speaker system, wireless charging, a 360-degree camera with trailer support, and an electric panoramic sunroof. The materials across the dashboard and door cards feel deliberately chosen, with stitching that would not embarrass a car costing $20,000 more. Second row space is where the CX-80 quietly earns its keep. The bench slides 120 millimeters, giving rear passengers the kind of knee room you associate with executive sedans. 2 adults sit comfortably. The third row accommodates passengers up to about 5 feet 7, viable for children and teenagers, less so for adults on longer runs. Access is easy, with the second row seats sliding far enough forward to make climbing through feel natural. With all 7 seats up, the boot holds 258 liters, enough for a weekend bag and a stroller. Fold the third row, and it opens to 687 liters. With everything flat, nearly 70 cubic feet. The electric tailgate with its hands-free foot sensor is welcome, though the loading lip sits high enough that taller items require a deliberate lift. The plug-in hybrid pairs a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder petrol engine with an electric motor and a 17.8 kilowatt-hour battery. Combined output is 322 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, sent through an 8-speed automatic to all 4 wheels. 0 to 60 takes roughly 6.5 seconds, brisk for something weighing nearly 4,800 pounds. The honest issue is the petrol engine's refinement once the battery is depleted. Mazda has spent decades building engines that sound better than they need to. This one does not follow that tradition. Under hard acceleration, the 4-cylinder becomes vocal in a way that feels at odds with the rest of the car's composure. Autocar's long-term tests describe the experience as frustrating, and the gearbox can hesitate during the transition between electric and petrol power. 38 miles of electric range is adequate for commuting, but there is no DC fast charging, only 7 kilowatt AC. Where the Skoda Kodiaq PHEV offers 75 miles, that number feels modest. At €74,020 list price, roughly $86,600, the CX-80 Homura Plus sits tens of thousands below a comparably equipped XC90 or Discovery. The Innsbruck show floor had it marked down to €62,490, about $73,100. Whether Mazda can sustain that kind of discount and still build the premium image it needs is the question that follows this car everywhere. The engineering is there, the interior is there, the price is there. What the CX-80 is still building is the confidence that a Mazda badge belongs on a car this ambitious. That part takes time, and for the right buyer, the wait is already worth it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.